Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Chad Thibodeau. Welcome to another Monday Morning Mentor. So glad that you guys are here. We are streaming live inside of our night school program where so many of our students have woken up nice and early and they are in there learning just like we do each and every Monday. This is a big week inside of night school, but before I tell you that, I'm going to be telling you today, some of you guys may have seen a funny video that I posted on my social media last night. And it's a new offering that we've got here inside of Night School. We're going to be showing you that. I'll show you the video again here in a minute. But what I'm going to be doing today is I've got a full-blown masterclass that I'm going to be teaching you how to, it's what I call the Sarcastic Clone Ad Framework, okay? So how do you create a video like that? Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be breaking down the script for you step by step so you can see the 6 steps framework that you use to create a funny video like that. So if you got a pencil and piece of paper, go ahead. And as always, if you would like my notes, just simply type notes inside of the chat room right here, and when we're done, my assistant will shoot these over to you. Now, the really cool thing about Night School is this is the final week that Night School is going to be in beta, okay? And so it's the final week of beta. Tonight, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, remember it's Night School, 9 p.m. Eastern, we drop the first of 10. It's our 10K in 10-day framework, our challenge that we're doing, and tonight we drop day 1 of that, okay? And so they'll drop every single night. I'm really excited about that. And so that would be awesome. If you guys are in live, if you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and mute your microphones for us so we don't hear all that background noise. That'd be appreciated. So tonight we kick off with a 10K and 10-day challenge. There's 10 things that you got to do in order to create a 6-figure business, and we'll give you one of those every single day for the next 10 days. That launches tonight. So I'm really excited about that. Also, what's launching is this week is our AI Accelerator program will be inside of Night School. So how we train AI to think, act, write, talk like us, that'll be available in Night School this week, which is really cool. Of course, we have live training on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So 3 days a week we get live training. Plus Friday, well, actually it's more than that because Friday you have access to our funnel guy. And then, of course, next week we kick off with our ads expert who will be in there teaching live as well. So you can't beat that. You'll get live training each and every day, and it's only $99. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you the Sarcastic Clone ad framework, and then as an incentive for joining Night School, if you join and you take the annual, okay, we're going to build one of these. We're going to build one of these for you. But let me show you behind the scenes. I hope I can do this for you. But I'm going to go ahead and show this video, and then we're going to break down exactly how we built it. Okay, so stick around. Here is the training video. Here we go. Uh-oh, I don't know why the volume's not working. There we go.
I'm not Chad. I'm his much better looking AI clone. The real Chad is currently lying on his couch eating queso straight from the tub and calling it meal prep.
While he's pretending that counts as protein, I'm here to talk about Night School. You keep saying you'll build your business when you have time, but what you're actually doing is binging Netflix so long the app asks if you're still alive. If downloading lead magnets and binging podcasts paid the bills, you'd be a billionaire. Instead, you're broke, driving a minivan, clipping coupons, and stealing toilet paper from the office bathroom.
I'll show you exactly how I do this.
Let me guess, you bought a $2,000 course, or maybe you subscribed to that funnel clicky thing, or even hired a photographer who made you pose with a lamp.
You've manifested so hard you threw your back out. And your coaching business, it's like a boy band reunion, outdated, sad, and the only fan is your mom.
It's time to stop pretending that posting inspirational quotes counts as marketing. It's time to get actual paying clients.
You're smart. You don't need a fancy logo, a shiny website, or a big budget. You need a real system that works.
That's exactly why the real Chad created Night School, to help you learn the same system he used to build a 7-figure coaching business. This isn't a cheap course from some guru. This is real coaching with customized frameworks that Chad designed specifically for you.
Plus, there are daily experts, live mentoring, core curriculum, and all the software you need to get started. Oh yeah, and you get me 24/7.
And I forgot to tell you, the best part is, it's only $99 a month. $99. Are you kidding me? You spend more than that on guacamole at Chipotle.
So join Night School now so you, like me, AI Chad, you can make a bazillion jillion dollars, and even Zuck and Musk will be asking you for a loan.
We will help you launch your dream business. Join now.
Or don't.
I bet regret looks great on a vision board.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119
I have to get all of this returned before the real Chad finds out.
There we go. So that was a fun little
I'm
video.
not Chad. I'm his much better looking.
Turn that off. That was a fun little video that I put together this week, and I thought you guys would enjoy that. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to do this. And of course, we have the framework that I put together for this. If you guys want this, just simply put notes inside the comments here, and as soon as I'm done, I'll shoot these to you via DM. And then, of course, if you would like for me and my team to put a video like that together for you for free, okay, you just have to join Night School, okay, and not the monthly. It's $99 a month or $997 for the year. And if you take the yearly option, we will create a 45 to 60-second video for you in the next 14 to 30 days. We'll create a video for you as a bonus for jumping into Night School. And let me tell you, like, if you were to have people do that for you, it could be thousands of dollars, plus you get all that. So let's jump in. I'm going to jump right in, and I'm going to show you the framework that we're using to do this. Now, many of you guys may know that I do stand-up comedy. Okay, and I've been doing it for about 8, 9, 10 years now, and several times a year I'll go and I'll get on a stage and I'll perform a set. Some of those of you who've been to some of our live events and you talked me into it. I've done a couple sets for you guys. We had one event where the entire event came and watched me perform at the Improv inside of Tempe, and the reason is because laughter disarms, okay? Laughter disarms. And if you can disarm people, it opens up an entire world of conversation. And so Kristen Morell, a gal that I've been following online for a while, she has this program called Laugh Your Ads Off. And it's really funny. I said ads off. And she does a fantastic job. And she even did a training on this here last week. And then she's posted a couple videos. And I watched that, and immediately my marketing and comedy brain pinged up, and I was like, man, that's brilliant what she's doing, and I completely understand it. So I did a deep dive into, like, if I was to create an ad like this, like, what are some of the components that should be inside of that training? Now, once again, this doesn't just work with an ad. So let's say that you're creating a speech, okay, or presentation, and you're trying to deliver something, and you need a framework to be able to move people from stranger to money. This framework works exactly for that as well. And so there's 6 steps to it. So, but first, let's talk about why sarcasm works, okay? Because sarcasm, humor, roasting your audience works better than some 97, slide deck that you have or all these bullet points, because people don't remember facts. What they do is they remember whether they laughed or not. And sometimes laughter allows you to expose the pain point in your audience without it being threatening, right? So I've seen some coaches sometimes when they're when they're trying to sell you, they use guilt or whatever. And what I learned is sometimes humor is the best thing for it. And comedy disarms resistance. The second someone laughs, they stop resisting and they start listening. And that's the entire psychology behind the framework in which I'm going to share for you, okay? But here's the thing. It's not comedy for comedy's sake, okay? Because we use a persona, the AI clone or alter ego, as the voice that says what the polished professional version of us never would, right? So I never would come on in a video like this and tell you some of the things. Like I wouldn't go to you and say, you know what, your business is like a boy band, it's outdated, got no followers, and the only one that likes you is your mom, right? I would never tell you that in person. But my persona, my AI clone can say that, and everybody laughs. So the AI clone can say things that you really want to say, but you don't have the ability to say it. The clone gets to roast. The real you gets to guide. And that's the power of what we're going to try to teach you. We're going to try to give you a clone, a partner who can come in and make people laugh, disarm them, so then you as the guide can come in and lead them the way that you want. So let's jump into the 6 components of the ad. So here we go. So I'm going to show you this in the middle. You guys know that I love to use a whiteboard. So in the middle, I'm just going to put this, I'm going to call this my funny ad, okay? But I'm going to take the word ad off. Actually, let me change this, okay? I'm going to call this funny script. Because it doesn't have to be an ad. This can be anything. In fact, this week on Friday, I'm doing a masterclass, a full-blown masterclass. I'm going to be showing you behind the scenes of like the software that I use, the way that I created the pictures, the way that I created the backgrounds, how I created a script, how I framed out the script, how I decided to say no to some of the stuff, okay? How you pick the music, I'm going to show you how to do all that. What about the transitions? I'm doing a full-blown masterclass this Friday. It is 12 o'clock Eastern, so 9 a.m. Pacific time. I'm doing a full masterclass, 2 to 3 hour masterclass inside of Night School. And I'm going to be breaking all this down. I'm going to be giving you links to all the software. I'm going to be showing you exactly how we did it all. That'll be inside of Night School. So you got to be inside of Night School in order to do that. The nice thing is it's $99 a month. You can get started today. And so that training is worth more than $99, okay? So if that's all you got, it would be worth you jumping in at least for a month, okay? So I'll be doing that this Friday, but I'm going to show you behind the scenes. But here's what you have to know about the funny script. There's 6 components that you really need to think, okay? And this is true with anything. So the first thing is like you have to have like a solid hook, okay? Because the hook is about inversion. It's about the unexpected, okay? The first line of your script here has one job and one job only, and that's to shock the audience into paying attention. Not with hype, not with features, but with surprise, okay? So instead of you saying, "Hi, I'm Chad, and I'm here to help you build your business," you flip it. You flip it, okay? And you say, "Hi, I'm not Chad. I'm his AI clone." The real Chad, then I wanted something funny, okay? The real Chad is eating queso out of the tub and calling it, meal prep. Boom, right? So that gets you attention, it gets you laughter, it gets you curiosity. Bam, all right in the first couple seconds. And you can tell wait, is that Chad? Is that not Chad? Right, so like when you have the car, you saw that, and so it got you hooked like immediately, okay? And so that's what we want. So if your clone introduced you, what embarrassing truth would it say about what you're really doing instead of working, okay? So inside the script that I can give you if you guys want it, okay? Inside the script here, here's how you create a hook, okay? Okay, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to introduce your clone, okay? And this is your alter ego. Now, this alter ego can be anything. In mine, I wanted it to be narcissistic, cocky, okay? I wanted it to be all the things, okay? So I introduced it, okay? Second, I differentiated, okay? I made it different, okay? Some of you would say, well, Chad, narcissistic, competent, that's not a lot different than you. Well, maybe, I get that. But I wanted it to be different from the real me, and I wanted it to exaggerate it, okay? So it has to be different, and it has to be exaggerated. This is the big thing, okay? So like, let's say that you're a female, so like watching inside of Night School is Brandy, and Brandy is a female life development physical coach for females, right? And so she's, just fantastic. So when she's trying to think about this, she wants to create an exaggerated alter ego of who she is so people could listen to her, right? So Brandy, it's like for me, when I did my fit, when you'll see like I got big, gigantic muscles and all kinds of stuff. Well, that's obviously not me. It's exaggerated and it's differently, okay? And then with it, you want to not only exaggerate the look, but you also want to exaggerate what you're really doing, okay? What you're really doing. And so for me, like, I wanted to exaggerate that, Chad is sitting on his couch eating a tub of queso, calling it meal prep, right? That's an exaggeration. It's sort of funny. And so one of the things that makes comedy work is when you come in with the exaggeration, if you give a surprise, the line doesn't even have to be funny, but because it wasn't expected, it's funny, okay? So it's got to be intro, it's got to be different, it's got to be exaggerated, and it's got to be a surprise, okay? So the way that you would templatize this is, hi, I'm not Chad, I'm their AI clone. The real Chad is, and then you're going to insert funny, lazy human thing. So I'm here to talk about your product, okay? And then it's got to introduce the product, okay? So what's the real thing that you're going to get here? And you're going to find inside of a funny hook that even though it's funny, there's always a silver lining of truth, okay? Always silver lining truth. So in mine, it was, hi, I'm not Chad, I'm their AI clone. The real Chad is whatever. And so I've got a template. Once again, you can have this if you want it. Just put notes inside of the comment here, and I'm going to give you this. So the first thing is it has a hook. Second thing it does is it has a problem. Okay, it has a problem. And you're going to see this is very similar to creating content, okay? So what you want to do is you want to come in and you want to exaggerate the problem, because exaggeration makes problem funny and painful, both at the same time, okay? So let's say your problem is procrastination, okay? If that's your problem, okay? If you just say, you procrastinate, well, nobody laughs. But if you say, you've watched Netflix so long, the app asks if you're still alive, okay, now that's funny. Now, there's a couple lines that I wrote that I ultimately took out. So I wrote a line that said, you scrolled Instagram until you're liking baby pics from 2014, and you've bought so much random crap on Amazon you don't even remember what's showing up tomorrow. So I actually put three things in there inside of the problem, and ultimately when I put them in there, I'm like, that's too much. So I narrowed it down to one, okay? But you can put more if you want, okay? But if you just say the problem, nobody laughs. But when you say it funny, well, then you create a sweet spot. So what you want to do is you want to list some time wasters or whatever the problem is that your audience is addicted to, and you want to exaggerate them until they're absurd. And when you exaggerate them until they're absurd, that becomes your script. On Friday in the master class inside of Night School, the 3-hour master class that starts at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, I'm going to show you how to use AI and to help you come up with those. I'm going to show you how to train it like a comedian, and we're going to create a comedic voice that marries a business person, that marries a copywriter, that marries a marketer. I'm going to show you how to do that. That's going to help you come up with these. We'll be doing that on Friday. So once again, if you want that masterclass, you have to be inside of Night School, okay? And of course, if you want me to build one of these for you, just take the annual option, okay? Just put notes or Night School inside the comment, and we'll shoot you the link when we're done. So it's got a problem. So it has a hook. You have to intro it. It's got to be different. It's got to be exaggerated. It has to have a surprise. It has to be a problem, okay? And then when it comes time for the actual problem that you want, you have to roast them, okay? So like you want to roast, and roasting is really funny. The nice thing is about roasting is you can like really lay into somebody and it doesn't hurt. And that's the part about being exaggerated and ridiculous, okay? So you want to expose them and get them laughing. So what I used to like to say when I used to teach people how to write keynotes and sermons and stuff is I created a line that says, you want to make them laugh and then cram the truth down their throat while their mouth's open. That's what you're trying to do with the problem. The third part then is what we call the fake fix. The fake fix, okay? So what is a fake fix? Well, you need to be able to bond with your audience, okay? So you can roast this, okay? You bought and so you're going to give some real ones. So in mine, I said, you bought the $2,000 online course, or you signed up for that funnel clicky thing, right? I didn't want to say ClickFunnels, so I said that funnel clicky thing, thinking that it would print you money, okay? Now, I ultimately took the thinking it would print you money out because I thought it was just strong enough by itself. You bought that funnel clicky thing, okay, and the funnel clicking thing, instead of saying ClickFunnels, that was funny in and of itself, so I ended up taking that line out. You even hired a photographer who made you pose with a lamp, okay? Now, the next line that I took out was, you even hired a photographer that made you pose with a lamp in a wheat field like it was a Ralph Lauren ad. And once again, I thought that was too much. It didn't quite work. And so one thing that you know about this is you don't have to. You can hit them with a zinger, but if you hit them with too many zingers, it unzings itself. Okay. So, but you want to be able to get this. So what I like to do with fake fixes is I want to think of like shiny object syndrome. Okay. What is your audience chasing? Like, what is their shiny object syndrome that they're chasing? And then you get to mock them, okay? You literally have to mock this, okay? If you don't mock it, it's no fun, okay? So you have to mock it, and you have to really exaggerate this. And so, like, overhyped courses, gadgets, branding cliches, manifestation. In the church world, we used to laugh at people because all these pastors, you know, they get hair plugs and wear skinny jeans, right? So so you got to mock it. You got to exaggerate it, okay? And what you do by mocking and exaggerating their fake solution, you bond with them by skewering the exact stuff they secretly regret buying, okay? And so, like in mine, so like in the template, you know, I was like, you know, let me guess, you've tried everything. So like under the problem, I didn't give you guys the script on the problem. So in the problem, it's like you keep saying you'll build your business when you have time, but instead now you're going to exaggerate the wasted time. If whatever wasted time paid the bills, you'd be a billionaire. Instead, you're what? You're once again, you're exaggerating something. On the fake fix, it's let me guess, you've tried everything. You've bought ridiculously overpriced product. Okay, you signed up for Shiny Object 1. You even got Shiny Object 2. Maybe you even got Shiny Object 3. Meanwhile, your business, what they're actually trying to do, and you're going to put in a funny metaphor, okay? So like I think the metaphor that I used was a boy band. Your business like a boy band, right? So you want to be able to put that in there, okay? Now once again, once I show you these, I'll go back, show you that video again, so you can see exactly how they work, okay? So the fourth one is. The fourth component of this script is the real solution, okay, or I'm going to call it the pivot. So on the right side here, if you were to draw like a fake line, like right down here, okay, on the right side, this is all the roasting, this is all the humor, this is all the crazy stuff. This is the stuff getting people to raise their hand and say, oh my God, that's me, right? That happens on the right side. Now the left side is going to be a little different. Now what you want to do is you want to come here and you want to pivot. You want to be able to pivot now to your solution. Now what does this look like? Okay, so this is where the clone puts down the roast mic just for a little bit and points to the truth, okay? So in mine, I said, that's why I build Night School. The same exact system I use, but instead of saying I said the real Chad. So the same exact system real Chad used to build a 7-figure coaching business while working nights, okay? Now, in my original script, I put more. So this is not in the polished one, but you'll see I put no more fake fixes, just real step-by-step frameworks. Okay, but I ended up taking that out because I thought that, once again, simpler, smaller, shorter was better. Okay, so it's the exact system Real Chad used to build a 7-figure coaching business, okay? And I shifted the tone because comedy primes them, attracts them, but sincerity sells them. Write that down. Comedy attracts them, it primes them, but sincerity sells them. So even though you have the AI clone, and even though, you know, you've got to roast them a little bit, get them on their, you know, on the balls of their feet, you ultimately gotta be sincere too, right? That's the thing. So how do you do this, okay? So what you want to do is you want to introduce your product as the fix or the antidote, okay? So your product ultimately fixes it, okay? But you don't want to be super braggadocious, okay? You want to put it in funny, everyday, too relatable context, okay? You want them to really be able to relate with this. You want to make the solution feel effortless, like it fits into their actual messy life, okay? Now, here's what I didn't put in here because I ended up taking it out for time's sake. But what you would do is, if I was writing a smaller script for you, I would say, like, you know, you could do this anywhere. Funny setting 1, like in your pajamas. Funny setting 2, like by the pool. Funny setting 3, like, you know, why skydiving and whatever, right? And it's only $99. So what I did was I put some shifts on that. I'll show it to you when we break it down in a minute. And then once you put the price and it's only blank, then I wanted to put something funny. So I said, you know, you already spend that on, you know, guacamole at Chipotle, because we all know that guacamole at Chipotle is ridiculously priced, even though it's so good. it takes a $10 burrito and makes it $35 when you add a little scoop of guacamole on it. So I wanted to exaggerate that. So I wanted to be able to put that. So if you remember in mine, I listed the benefits. So it was a guy, pumping weights. Okay, you get this, you get this, you get this, you get this, you get this. And then, I didn't do the you can do this anywhere. So instead what I did was I used my guy with a tie. I used it to basically talk about how it becomes a no-brainer. And that's what you want to do in the pivot section. You want to be able to pivot. I'm sorry, I skipped ahead. Forgive me. You want to be able to pivot. I didn't realize I didn't write this down. And then from the pivot, you want to benefit. Forgive me. There you go. You want to benefits. Okay, the benefits here is you want to be able to show how easy it is to use your product. Okay, so this is the one I was using, the pumpy guy, the muscles. And from there, now, once I give the benefit, I want to show how easy it is to use. I want to put it in funny, everyday language. I want to make it credible. I want to make it simple. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up with this idea, And this idea is some kind of call to action, okay? Some kind of call to action. So the call to action is basically night school, okay? So you want to end with a direct call to action. You want it to be sarcastic. You want it to be punchy, okay? And so this close isn't, sign me up. Or please, I'm begging you, sign up. It's night school or don't, right? So you want to put a sarcastic twist on this. And so for me, like, you gotta flex. So the call to action here is a flex, okay? And so for me, because I was being sarcastic, because I was being narcissistic, because I was being cocky and arrogant, I could flex super hard. Your persona, you got to figure out your flex. What is it? Like, the flex basically is, I'm going to be fine either way. Do it or don't. I don't care. And then you got to roast, right? So for me, my roast was, enjoy regret, basically. Hey, I bet, regret looks great on a vision board, okay? And then what we call the collapse, okay? In comedy, we call this the collapse. And it's like, the collapse for me was, I got to return all this before the real Chad finds out. So I got to collapse the ego. I got to collapse the AI guy. Okay, so he goes away. So then you can come back to the real me. So this is basically what we do, okay? So you have to laugh, you have to relate, you have to pivot, you have to have a payoff. That's how you're going to sell the sarcasm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I want you to write these down. And once again, if you want this, if you want my notes and you want my exact script, I'll give it to you. Just simply put notes here in the comment, and I'll be happy to get this for you. Once again, on Friday, I'm doing a full-blown live 3-hour masterclass inside of Night School. If you want it, you got to be in Night School. It's $99 a month. Just put Night School or whatever. I'll shoot you a link. You can get it. And I don't care if you cancel after the first month. But Night School is awesome. You can come in. You get this training, this Monday morning training. I do every single Monday. When I'm done, I'll be back in there, and I'm doing live Q&A application with my students. Okay, we do live coaching pods on Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, Thursday morning, Thursday night, so 4 coaching pods a week. We have daily experts in there. Right now we have ads and funnels in there. We have more coming. We have my core curriculum that's inside there. We have my AI Chad. Those I've showed you that before, 24/7, 365 to AI Chad or Chad AI. That you have that. Plus, you get my white label version of GHL or Coach Tech, either one of those softwares. It's your pick. You get that inside of there, so you don't have to pay that $297 a month fee any longer. And then, of course, you get a brand new software I created called Archer, which is a beautiful piece of software that you get that tracks your daily movements and moments. You make sure that you're working on money-making activities. And, of course, we have challenges, summons, and all kinds of stuff in there. And it's $99 a month. It's the cheapest no-brainer in the history of the world. Okay, and once again, if you want me to create a video like this for you, okay, I can only do this for 5 people, but for the first 5 people in, I will do it. If you jump into Night School and you take the annual subscription, it's $997 for the year, which is ridiculous. I'll build a 45-second to 1-minute video for you. Now, on Friday, I'm going to show you 4 different types of videos that you can make that are really going to help your business. One is the AI one, okay? So the AI, not the AI, but the funny one. Okay, I'm going to be showing you the funny one. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what I did, all the tools I used, how I did the scenes, how I did the music, how I did the transitions. I'm going to show you how I built my face. I'm going to show you all of that, okay? And that's going to be really funny. I'm going to show you the script. We'll break it down so you can have it, and we're going to help you write one, okay? Second type of video that you can do is like what I call the training opener. So what we've learned is YouTube experts have found that when they use an AI opener at the beginning, like a 15 to 20 second trailer opener using AI, using your guy, with like 4 or 5 or 6 different scenes, that their open rate is getting 6 to 7, forgive me, that's an exaggeration, 4 to 5 times more views by creating a YouTube opener. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to use AI to this style of AI. We're not talking about HeyGen or Synthesia or anything like that. I'm talking about this type of AI. I'm going to show you how to create an 8-second ad. Okay, something you can do in 8 seconds to be able to hook and grab your attention. You can use it as a reel. And of course, you can use that formula to make it longer if you want. But I'm going to show you how to create an 8-second reel using that. And then I'm going to show you how to create a training video using this method as well. Now, once again, there's other ways that you can clone your actual face, but I'm going to show you how to do it with the exaggerated AI look. So those are the 4 different types of videos we're going to teach you on Friday inside the masterclass. So put Night School in and we'll show you that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to play my video. We're going to break it down step by step. We're going to spend about 8 to 10 minutes doing this. And I'm going to show you the 6 different components as they relate in real life. Now once again, if you want, let me get my notes organized here. If you want the actual script and framework that I use, a 6-step framework, all you got to do is put notes inside of the comments here, and as soon as I'm off, I will send this to you. It's 4 pages of notes. I'll shoot it to you, plus my 2-page ad script. I'll shoot that to you as well. And then of course, if you want to do the training. So let's jump back in, and we're gonna show you how to do this. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but we'll see. Okay, let's go. Okay. All right, so remember the first part here is the hook. Now listen to the hook, okay? So here we go. Listen to the hook.
I'm not Chad. I'm his much better looking AI clone. The real Chad is currently lying on his couch eating queso straight from the tub and calling it meal prep.
Right, okay, so that was the hook, right? So remember, it hit all the bullet points that we were doing. Now we're going to go into the problem, okay? We're going to go into the problem. Now watch.
While he's pretending that counts as protein, I'm here to talk about...
Oh, I'm sorry. This is still part of the hook. I got to set up the product. Forgive me. Okay, I got to set up the product. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to the real thing. Really, what's the video about?
Night School.
Now we go to
You
the
keep
problem.
saying you'll build your business when you have time, but what you're actually doing is binging Netflix so long the app asks if you're still alive. If downloading lead magnets and
the Fake
binging
Solutions
podcasts
roast.
paid the bills, you'd be a billionaire. Instead, you're broke, driving a minivan, clipping coupons, and stealing toilet paper from the office bathroom. Let me guess, you bought a
Yeah, so we're doing more. This is all the Fake Solutions roast, okay? So this is more of that.
$1,000 course, or maybe you subscribed to that funnel clicky thing, or even hired a photographer who made you pose with a lamp.
You've manifested so hard you threw your back out. And your coaching business. It's like a boy band reunion, outdated, sad, and the only fan is your mom.
It's time to stop pretending.
Okay, now this is where I didn't talk about this, but in between the Fake Solution roast and the pivot, okay, I didn't talk about this, but what I like to do is I like to go super serious, and now we're going to coach, okay?
That posting inspirational quotes counts as marketing. It's time to get actual paying clients.
You're smart.
Okay, so this is the pivot right here, okay? So we're pivoting right here, okay?
You don't need a fancy logo, a shiny website, or a big budget.
The real
You need a
solution.
real system that works.
That's exactly why the real...
Okay, so you can see here, like, we're solutions. So we did some coaching. This is what's going on. This is what you need to do. This is what you really need to do, and this is why I created. This is all part of that pivot here.
Chad created Night School to help you learn the same system he used to build a 7-figure coaching business. This isn't a cheap course from...
Now we're moving to the benefits.
some guru. This is real coaching with customized frameworks that Chad designed specifically for you.
Plus, there are daily
Now, this is, once again, the benefits, okay? I don't know about you, but I think if I looked like this, I would have a much easier time getting a girlfriend.
experts, live mentoring, core curriculum, and all the software you need to get started. Oh yeah, and you get me 24/7.
And I forgot to tell you, the best part is, it's only 99.
Yeah, so this is all part of that. This is all part of the benefits, the absurd reality, everything that we were sharing with you.
$99 a month. $99. Are you kidding me? You spend more than that on guacamole at Chipotle.
So join Night School
This is the call to action.
now so you, like me, AI Chad, you can make a bazillion jillion dollars, and even Zuck and Musk will be asking you for a loan.
We will help you.
Okay, so we did the exaggeration. Okay, that the exaggeration thing. Now I'm moving into the what we call the flex. Okay, or the roast here.
Launch your dream business. Join now.
Or don't.
I bet regret looks great on a vision board.
Yeah, so that was the roast, and now we need to move to the collapse. Here's the collapse right here.
I have to get all of this returned before the real Chad finds out.
Yeah, so there you go. So you could see that we did the exact framework that I taught. Okay, so we broke all of that down for you. And so once again on Friday inside of Night School, I'm doing a 3-hour training to be able to help you do this exact thing for yourself. And we're going to help you create a script, write it all out so you have it, and then I'll give you some homework so you can do it over the weekend. And then on next Monday, after our Monday Morning Mentor, we'll be breaking it down for any of the students in there, helping you a little bit as well. And so it's pretty cool stuff. I hope that you enjoyed that. Once again, if you want my notes, just simply put notes inside of the comments. We'll shoot that to you. If you want to be part of the masterclass on Friday, you have to be in Night School. It's $99 for the month. Okay, but once again, you get all kinds of stuff. Literally, it's ridiculous. I'm going to show you tomorrow. I'm creating an AI video. You'll see it. I think it should be live tomorrow. I'm creating a funny AI video tomorrow, and I'm showing you about a program with another company that I used to coach at, and we had a program that was $16,000. And then I'm going to compare it to my $99 a month one and see which one you would take. Okay, my $99 a month one blows that one out of the water. It's not even close. Okay, not even close. So I'm going to be doing a funny video on that, and it should drop tomorrow. And once again, we'll be teaching how to do that on Friday. So it's $99 a month or $997 for the year. If you take the yearly option, I will build one of my 4 style videos for you, absolutely free. I'll work with you. I'll script it out. I'll go in and edit it, do the whole thing, and produce that for you, and you'll get that within the month. And so, pretty cool thing. I can only do it for 5. That's all the bandwidth I got. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Once again, notes. Okay, you're going to put notes or Night School in the comments, and as soon as I'm done, we'll get that to you. All right, guys. God bless. I'm off to talk with our real students inside of Night School.